Well, never trust your fears. They don't know your strengths. I mean, your fears don't know your strength. How powerful you are, how mighty you are, how strong you are. Your fears don't know your strength. So at this point in time, when Mars gets retrograde on the 30th of October 2022, and this retrogradation of Mars will stay until 12th of January 2023. So at this point in time, you need to become fearless. You need to become courageous. You need to show your power to this world. You need to show your strength to this world. You need to prove to this world how strong you are. You need to prove to yourself that you are a masterpiece, because you are the piece of the master. I mean God. So at this point in time, you are gonna make a comeback in your life. You are gonna bounce back in your life when Mars is retrograde. You are gonna make sure that the people who were criticizing you, who were running you down, who were denigrating you will give them a befitting reply at this point in time. People are gonna get amazed at your comeback. People are gonna get jealous of your bounce back. So at this point in time, you are gonna make a comeback in your life in regard to your business, your job, your relationships, your love relationships, your marriage, your married life, your children, your property, etc., etc., etc. You will get the grit, determination, willpower to bounce back in your life at this point in time when Mars is retrograde. I mean, it will start moving backwards. You know, whenever a planet starts moving backwards, it means that it gains power by 3 times. So at this point in time, Mars will become powerful. Whatever things you weren't able to accomplish, you weren't able to achieve in your life, you will make an endeavor, you will make an attempt to achieve those things, to accomplish those things at this point in time. You know, Mars represents a lot of things. Mars represents your courage, your willpower, your strength, the warrior in you. It represents your confidence and courage. It represents your brothers. It represents a war. Not a war with others, but a war with yourself. I mean, fighting your bad habits, your bad behaviors. Fighting your laziness, your procrastination. Fighting against those things which stop you from moving forward in your life. Mars also represents revenge. I mean revenge in the sense that if you were defeated by life, you are gonna make a comeback in your life. You are gonna bounce back in your life. You are gonna tell yourself, enough is enough. I've had it. I don't want to continue the way I'm continuing. You will tell yourself that I don't want to continue the way I'm continuing. You'll almost get fed up with your ordinary life, your mediocre life at this point in time. You will start moving towards your greatness at this point in time. You are gonna take a step at this point in time which will take you to your destination. By that destination, I mean your greatness. So at this point in time, you are gonna show a lot of determination, courage and grit at this point in time in whatever you are doing. If you are a student, you will ensure that you score good marks in your exams at this point in time and in the future. You are gonna tell yourself, you are gonna prove to yourself that you are no less than anybody in this world. You will realize your potential at this point in time, your potential to grow in life, to earn money in life, to excel in life, to live a bigger life, to live a larger life. You know, you are gonna reflect on your life at this point in time. I mean, at this point in time, you are gonna fix up some things in your life which weren't alright in your life. You are gonna sit and analyze your weaknesses, your strengths, your opportunities and your threats in your life and then move forward in your life. I mean, at this point in time, you are gonna plan. You know, a person who fails to plan, plans to fail. So at this point in time, you are gonna move forward methodically, and though you will be cautious at this point in time, though you would be circumspect at this point in time, though you would be careful at this point in time, but your aggressiveness, your will to move forward in this world will be evident to this world. In other words, your aggressiveness, your will to move forward will overshadow your cautiousness in your life. In other words, you are gonna play intelligently at this point in time. You are gonna work intelligently at this point in time. Emotions will not overwhelm you at this point in time. And you are gonna be very practical and realistic at this point in time. You are gonna leave your ego behind at this point in time. You are gonna be willing to learn at this point in time. And you are gonna think about the wrong things you have been doing in your life. In other words, you are gonna rectify your past mistakes. You are gonna fix those problems which are impeding your growth in your life at this point in time. And if you meditate on the things which you are doing wrong in your life, you will get an answer at this point in time on how to fix them. You will get an answer which you probably don't want, but that answer would be the necessary one. Well, you are gonna forget your sufferings and pain at this point in time. You are gonna stop complaining in your life at this point in time. You are gonna stop describing your situation. You are gonna stop complaining in your life. You are gonna stop whining in your life. You are gonna stop moaning and groaning in your life. In other words, you are not gonna describe your situation. You are gonna use your words to change your situation. Well, that is right. Death and life is in our tongues. So you will be speaking life at this point in time. You are gonna tell yourself that I can do it. You are gonna tell yourself that you are gonna make it big in life. You are gonna tell yourself that you are powerful. You are gonna tell yourself that you have the potential to reach the maximum in your life. You are gonna tell yourself that you are no less than anyone. You are gonna tell yourself that a setback is a setup for comeback. So at this point in time, you are gonna make a comeback in your life. And remember one thing, that after a dark night, there is always light. No matter how dark the night is, how grim your situation is, how problematic your situation is, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Everything in this world has come to pass. It hasn't come to stay. Everything passes. Nothing stays permanently. Not even your sorrows. So, you are gonna become optimistic at this point in time when Mars gets retrograde from the 30th of October 2022 until 12th of January 2023. Well, you are not gonna be bothered about other people at this point in time. You will focus on your life, your problems, your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities and your threats in your life at this point in time. You will stop gossiping about other people. You will stop criticizing other people at this point in time. And you are gonna focus on your life at this point in time. You are gonna realize at this point in time that the only person who can save you in this world, who can fix up all your problems, who can give you the life which you want, who can help you, is you. You are gonna start depending on yourself rather than on other people. So you will be exhibiting a lot of confidence at this point in time in your work, with your relationships, in your education, in your love relationships at this point in time. You will be so confident about the situations in your life that the others might not be able to match your confidence. And hence they will get awestruck with you, with your attitude in your life at this point in time. You are gonna start making a difference in your life at this point in time. And I'll tell you how. You are gonna start handling the nights. You are gonna start handling difficulties. You are gonna start handling recessions. Because you'd realize neither good nor bad lasts forever. In some sense, you would have a negative visualization of life at this point in time. I mean, you would start preparing yourself for the negative situations in your life, for the worst in your life, and that will make you stronger in your life at this point in time as well as in the future. And when you are in a place where you are acting in a proper manner, and you are facing things courageously, and you are speaking the truth, you are imbued with a sense of fundamental meaning. And that meaning is the antidote to the catastrophe of your life. Well, if you don't speak the truth or don't act in the proper manner in this world, if you don't do the things which you are supposed to do in this world, if you don't accept the responsibilities for yourself, for your family, for the community in your life will become too dark and dreadful. So you are gonna behave morally right at this point in time. You are gonna get ethical at this point in time. You are gonna follow the practical moral values of your life at this point in time, which would in turn would be an antidote to the catastrophe of life. I mean, it would safeguard you from the failures and disappointments of your life. If you are sitting in a dark place in your life, if you are facing problems and difficulties in your life, if you are facing predicaments and ordeals in your life, you are not gonna sit down in that dark place at this point in time. In fact, I'd say that you would step out of that darkness and you are gonna face your fears and anxieties at this point in time. You are not gonna sit in that failure, in that disappointment at this point in time, but you are gonna step out of that darkness showing your courage. You know, courage is not the absence of fear, but it is the willingness of you to act in spite of your fears. You know, you are also gonna try and discover your purpose in your life at this point in time if you haven't discovered one. You know, the first way to get focused in your life is to find your purpose. And the way to find purpose is you must identify what it is you have to be purposeful in. You know, when you are struggling with what to do, who you are, what's your next move, you are in an identity crisis. You are just struggling with who you are. So if you haven't discovered who you are, what you want to be in your life, what you want to do in your life, what you were born for in this world, then you are in an identity crisis. So in order to move forward in your life, to do something meaningful in this life, you need to first discover who you are, who you want to be, and where you want to go. Until and unless you answer these questions to yourself, you are not gonna move forward in your life. But at this point in time when Mars is retrograde, you are gonna do exactly this. So at this point in time when Mars is retrograde, you are gonna answer all these questions which I have just spoken about. And once you answer these questions, you are gonna move forward with your life and no one will be able to stop you. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all. When Mars gets retrograde, when it moves backwards. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful human life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. Well, these remedies which I am talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, education, marriage, married life, children, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.